Went from condos to Pop's house, on calls now bus routes.
You know, I was a little, you know, I get, as I get older, and as I get closer to the faith, I get more emotional about, you know, our community when I see certain things, just to be transparent with you. And I was tripping because I was looking at a photo of Jabari and Nip together. And it was sad to see, because I was like, these are two black men who were so young. You know, Nip was 33, Jabari was 34. And we just continue to see the deaths of these very young black men, bro. Young black men who have so much potential. I mean, you know, Nip, even, you know, Jabari, like, these people know these individuals for reasons, so much potential, you know, and we just continue to see individuals, young individuals in our community. No, we don't see this in no other community, but in our community, be taken out with all that potential, you know, like, I mean, do you see where I'm coming from, bro? Like, when I speak on that, because the young are dying earlier, the older is living.
Yeah.
The baby boomers, they living. The younger generation are the ones who are dying. You get what I'm saying, bro?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Most definitely.
Yeah. So yeah, man, that just kind of like just stuck to me when I saw that. But that's why this is important, us having these type of conversations, because somebody got to have them. I don't see no one else online having these conversations. Like, literally, bro, think about it. The type of conversations that we are having right now and what we're talking about, no one is having these type of conversations from our community.
Yeah,
they talking about the negative side of things. Absolutely. You know, we trying to bring the positive light to it and say, hey, this is the direction that we need to go in. You get what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
You know, so, but with that being said, you know, one thing I want to ask you, you know, that sums up all of this. And I know I mentioned it before, but I want to see if your thought kind of changed about it a little bit. Do you think that it is the responsibility of the OGs to get out here and do something about everything that we see going on, and we should put that more on the OGs than even the ones who are out there doing it, which is the YNs? Who do you look at when it comes down to the responsibility of what we are seeing from the younger generation right now?
Definitely the OGs. Definitely the OGs, because a lot of them is mimicking what they saw us do, even though now we done changed our views on what we did. You know what I mean? So, you know, we was young and gang banging and fighting and all that stuff, and them young kids watched us and they wanted to do the same thing. You know, then later on in life, you're like, oh, you know what? Them Bloods, they ain't as bad as I thought. Them dudes over there, they cool. You know what I mean? So you can continue to feel that, or you can let them know, like, nah, it ain't the same no more. You know what I mean? You know, when I was young and one of the big homies told me, like, man, that's some bullshit, I gave up on that, man. I was there when we started these beefs. I got mad and I fought that dude. I was upset because I looked up to the big homies. Now you talking about you quit? What you mean you quit? Now we in prison and you telling me this shit now? You know what I mean? Like, you could have told me that 20 years ago, you know? But other than that, if you don't tell them, then you're going to just continue to send more people to their grave, or you can continue to send more people to prison. You know what I mean? And we fighting an endless battle, you know? The best thing we can do is get along. If we get along, you know how much money we would make as a race if we got along. We spent dollars with each other. You know, the black man is the only dollar that don't recycle. Once we make it, it gets spent one time, and not with us. It never recycles. You know what I mean? We're the only race that don't recycle our money. You know, I done had other races, they'll turn your money down just to spend with their own people.
Yeah.
You know, so we got to learn how to recycle our dollars. And, you know, the black dollars is a lot of dollars. You know what I mean? But we're not recycling them. We spend them everywhere but with the black folks, you know. So, yeah, we are worst enemies. Yeah, we are worst enemy.
Yeah.
You know?
Wow. I mean, and that's big to stand up and say something like that, because, you know, in our community, no one wants to take accountability for nothing.
Yeah. But us as OGs, we do got to step up, because them youngsters watched us. You know what I mean? So now you can't let them, you know, learn from us. Then you tell them, okay, you know, time to stop it, or, you know what, or give up on them. You got to get them, say, look, you know, they may not want to listen, but at least plant the seed. Plant the seed. Like, I didn't want to listen at the beginning, but later on in life, I started to listen, so
yeah,
plant the seed.
I had to show 'em that I wasn't made.